Gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to MGTOW Money. Today's topic, 3 easy money hustles to put money in your pocket today. Before we get to that, thank you to the ongoing support from the Patreon investors. For example, Clyde, one of the Patreon investors, sent me a question regarding dividends and dividend stocks, as well as looking for some resources, as well as he wanted some information about mining stocks, gold and silver mining stocks. Clyde, I hope you found that information helpful. Men, this is how I can help you. This is how I can bring value to you. Become a Patreon supporter of this channel. See the video description today. Let's get on to today's topic, putting money into your pocket, some easy hustles. Men, I don't know about you, but ever since I was a kid, and I've mentioned this in numerous other videos, I've been a hustler. And more importantly, I've just enjoyed easy, simple things that I could do to make a few bucks. And I emphasize a few dollars. And so for those men out there, and evidently based upon some of the comments, $5, $50, that's nothing. That's just small change, whatever. Cool. You know what? This channel is not for you. This video is definitely not for you. So click off and make sure that you unsubscribe, because you definitely are not going to have any interest on this video or any future other videos. If, however, you are a man that recognizes and respects money, whether it be $1 or $1,000 or $1 million, then this video is for you and this channel should be for you. So in my mind, if I got $1, I can turn that into 2 and 4, etc. If I buy a shiny apple for 25 cents and I shine it up even more so, maybe I can sell it for 50 cents. That's the point of this channel. Here are 3 actionable things that you can do today, starting now, that virtually any man can do, certainly who is at least 18 years old and lives in the United States, can do to start making money. 1, I'm going to include a link in the video description to a new stock trading app, stock investing app called Webull. Again, see the video description, and this is important, as you'll hear in just a moment. Webull is a competitor to Robinhood. Many of you, I know, have used and do use Robinhood from the comments section. Robinhood provides free stock trades and that type of thing. Webull is a direct competitor. They too provide free stock trades. However, Webull today has a promotion where you can get a free share of stock, no strings attached, no commitments, no craziness, no weirdness, etc. A free share of stock just by opening an account with Webull. See the video description to the link there. You'll get a free share of stock, and I will too. Furthermore, this is important, this share of stock could be as valuable as, see the screenshot I include, a free share of Google. And oh, that's right, Google's trading at over $1,100 a share. So yeah, you could possibly, the chance is about 1 in 1,000 you'll get a share of Google stock. You will probably, odds are, end up with a stock like that I got, ABEV, which actually is not a bad stock. They're a huge Latin American brewer out of Brazil, and it actually pays about a 3% dividend. But stock right now today is only traded at $4 and change. So the point is that's probably what you'll end up. But the point being is that you're going to start somewhere, and it doesn't cost you anything, and that there's no downside, because I've emphasized so many times, men, you want to be putting yourself into positions where, hey, I really don't have any downside here. What's the worst that can happen? If there's no downside and there's tremendous upside, that's where you want to be putting your time and energy. 2, here's a second idea. Going back decades ago, when I was much younger, in my early 20s, I would regularly engage in ways to make money, again, in unique schemes, if you will. At least that's what my ex-wife called them. But needless to say, it was making money for me. One of the things that I used to do, and you can do today, is get involved with medical studies, research studies. You know, they need people to test these drugs on, new medical treatments, etc. Yes, I'm talking about you be a human guinea pig. For example, in the past, I've done sleep studies, I've done heartburn studies. I'm aware that there was a lung study. Again, this goes back years, etc. The point is, these can be, especially for a young man, because typically they're looking for men between like 18 and 35, maybe 18 and 40 to do these types of things. But these can be very, very lucrative in terms of the per hour basis, the per hour dollar that you can gain. I was getting, for example, on some of the sleep studies, $1,000, $1,200 per week. To me, at that particular time, decades ago, that was a lot of money. And from what I understand, evidently the payouts are much higher today. So again, I would encourage you, men, go to Google, especially young men, do a search on medical studies, research studies with your zip code, with your city name, etc. I can virtually guarantee you, especially if you live in a large metropolitan area, you will see opportunities that you can engage in these and potentially make some nice, serious pocket change without doing, frankly, much work. 3, again, I'm going to include a link in the description. Also, take a look at the slide here. I've talked about this one in the past. I have no idea why I get so much pushback on this one. But the idea is opening bank accounts, opening checking accounts. The Patreon investors know what I'm talking about. You can set up a bank account in, let's say 15 or 20 minutes and pocket $100, $200, $300 US. I don't know about you, but let's see. If it takes me 15 minutes and I earn $300 US, that's $1,200 an hour. I understand fully you can't do this every day. I understand fully you can't even do it weekly. But again, take a look at the screenshot of this man that I include, as well as I'll include a link to his webpage where he talks about how in 2017, last year, he earned $3,500. So in other words, roughly $300 a month just sitting on his sofa opening bank accounts. Now, let's assume he spent 20 hours cumulative, which is way high, doing this. This on a per hour basis is tremendous. This is, again, another hustle, a side hustle that you can do, that any man can do, regardless of your level of intelligence, regardless of your ethnic background, that doesn't really require much money, that has very little downside and nice upside to you. This is a type of thing that you need to start shifting your mind to. If this doesn't have much downside and good upside, why aren't you doing it? That's the question you need to be asking. All right, quick summary here. 1, open an account with Webull today. See the video description. It'll run you, about 15 minutes. 2, consider getting involved in some of these medical studies, these research studies. Google this real quick. I think you might come across some lucrative opportunities in your area. They're not open every day of the week. They're not having these studies every week of the month. The point being is that they are sporadic, they are irregular, but again, for a man who's looking to make some extra money on the side, this is definitely something to consider. 3, opening bank accounts is simple. It requires basically zero effort, and I would highly encourage men to seriously investigate this. Speaking from my own personal experience, this year alone, 2018, I've probably made roughly $1,000. Yes, I'm lazy. I'm just not as aggressive as I used to be with it. And furthermore, frankly, when you're out of the United States, it's much more difficult because you have to VPN, and anyway, it gets complicated. So bottom line is, men, you've got 3 actionable things that you can do today to start putting money into your pocket. As always, hit the like button if you found this useful. John Galt, out.